So who am I? Who is Sifiso Mkhize? I think this feels like one of those interview questions where they're like, describe yourself. Tell us about you. Okay, cool. I think I'm chatting about who I am. I'll speak briefly a bit about my journey and how I got to this point here. So, of course, I studied in UP, but before going to UP, I went to high school in Pretoria as well. So, I've been in Pretoria for some time, for quite a long while actually. I think when I first entered university, my mindset was to basically improve who I saw in the mirror, because I'll be very honest with you guys, my high school experience wasn't the best, purely because I wasn't too happy with who I was, with the person who I saw in the mirror. I didn't have the most confidence. I didn't take charge of my life, or I didn't even use the opportunities that were around me. So upon stepping into university, I just told myself, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take every single opportunity I can get, and I'm going to be the best person I can be. And I'm very grateful for that mindset and mentality which I had, because I think it's molded me into who I am today, and it's changed me for the better. So starting in university, I did a BCom in accounting science, the CA stream. So after the first 6 months, I took up an opportunity to form part of the residence management committee within Tax Village, which was my residence. So it's basically the leadership role within the residence itself. And I think this was an excellent opportunity for me to improve on my confidence, improve on my speech ability, and also just serve people. And I think this is where I really fell in love with serving people, with helping people, with really pushing people and inspiring them to be the best that they can be, to perform the best. And of course, I was working with students, because at the end of the day, we were serving students. So this is also where my love for, just working with students really came in. So I did that for a year, and then I ended up applying to be the chairperson, which I got and was very grateful for, because it allowed me a second term to continue serving on a bit of a higher level. This time I was in charge of a team as well. It was actually the biggest residence team. We had around 24 members, including myself. So I was very honored. I was very happy to do that. And once again, it gave me a broader look into, student life and how many challenges we as students actually face. I think this is something which I began to see within this experience, and it's something that inspired me to serve as much as I can and help as much as I can, So I did this. Of course, in and amongst all this, I was still doing my degree, my qualification, which was extremely difficult. And I'm a very social person, so I also enjoyed spending time with friends. I played a bit of soccer here and there. And I think one thing which grounded me always was going to the gym. I think this is what really helped me center myself and really ensure that I don't sort of lose it mentally as well. So yes, I did that, completed my second term of RMC. This was in my third year now. And I looked for more opportunities and more things that I could do, because I was someone who enjoyed being busy, really utilizing my time to get things done and stuff. And in my third year was also the year of COVID. So I finished off my term in the year of COVID. And obviously we then went home. We spent a lot of time at home and stuff. We left residence. And I think this time was also quite important for me, because in as much as it was not nice, the COVID environment, but I looked to see the opportunity where I could. And I felt, let me use all this extra time I have at home and let me pick up a book and start reading. So this is where I began my habit of actually reading and reading frequently, and mainly self-development books on business and financial literacy as well. So this is where I just started developing that love, but also started enriching my mind and increasing what I could see as being possible. So I think it was in this journey of my reading where I started to really understand that I had endless potential and I had a lot to give. And this is what inspired me to then start my different ventures, my different businesses. Okay, so admittedly, this journey, it's a difficult one. University is tough, it's grueling, and I think sometimes here and there, we all need a bit of help. So the sponsor of today's video is Concours Academics. Concours Academics is an established tutoring company, and I think is one that I can truly recommend. They have experienced tutors who can give you thorough guidance on essentially all modules. They have 24/7 support, and of course they have individual sessions. So to make use of their services at a discount of 10%, click on the link in the bio and use our discount code LearnSmart. The first business being Smart Storage Solutions, which is a student-centered storage and transportation company we started with my business partner. And it was a very haphazard start. It was a very haphazard beginning, but I think our key emphasis was we are going to get it done. We are going to start and we are going to execute regardless of whether we have a plan, how thorough our plan is, and all that stuff. So once again, very grateful that I started out on that journey, because that also just gave me exposure into working with people and working under pressure, because once again, I was still completing my degree, and we actually ran smart storage in my final year whilst I was writing my final exams, which is an insane experience. So I got that, and I got that bit of experience of business under my belt and understanding of how to work with people, and once again, students. I'm very focused on students. And in that time as well, I started LearnSmart, which for me was a lot bigger and more important than smart storage, because for me this was my more long-term business, and I knew it wouldn't sort of reach success very quickly, because it would take time for me to build. And funny enough, actually, when I started LearnSmart, initially it was meant for high school students, and it was focused on career guidance. That's where I started, because that's where I felt the biggest problem was. But it was in me starting this journey where I started to figure out my preferred target market, which is university students. And I started focusing less on career guidance and more on just overall wellness, and giving these tips that I give and this advice I give and stuff. And even the podcast came a lot later on, but yes, it was a very haphazard journey. It was a very difficult journey, but I'm glad I got on that journey, because it once again gave me insight into what I love doing, which is this, which is helping you guys out, giving you guys the necessary advice and stuff. So yeah, and then I went on to complete and do my honors as well, honors in accounting science, which was also extremely difficult. I can't emphasize this enough. It was the most difficult year of my life. It was so much adversity, endless nights where I was just studying and studying and studying. Library, back to my room, library, lectures, library. It was literally just a back and forth of me just studying. A lot of adversity. But I think in succeeding that as well, it also emphasized that anything that I put my mind to, I can and will achieve. So I'm very grateful for this experience, but it was extremely difficult. It was very, very difficult. So yeah, now I'm currently actually working. I work at PwC as an audit associate, and yeah, in as much as I'm busy, at work and stuff, things are always hectic there, but I'll always take the time to work on LearnSmart and share content for you guys, whether it's this YouTube content or whether it's on the WhatsApp groups. I'll always make that time, because that's something that I'll always love. That's something that I enjoy and I can do every single day of my life, which I currently do. So I think that's a brief history about who I am, about my varsity journey as well, and until getting to this point in time. And I don't think I'll stop doing this anytime soon. Once again, I take a very long-term view and approach on everything I do in life. And this is one of the things which I believe I'm going to do potentially forever, because I honestly do enjoy working with students, with helping you guys, and once again making you guys the best possible versions of yourself. This is what LearnSmart's all about. So you guys now know a bit more of who I am, what inspires me, and I hope this episode has enlightened you as well about the true purpose of LearnSmart, why I do what I do, and my personal purpose as well, because I also want you guys to have a bit of an understanding and idea of who I am in my journey as well. So yes guys, I hope you've enjoyed it. It's a bit of a different episode, but if you've enjoyed, please leave a like, please comment as well, subscribe to the channel, and as always, let's continue on our journey in creating a better world.